and good night to some of you. This is a very special broadcast, and of course, we must pray. And prayer we must, this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwu Kikabiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations and the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu Kikabiyama onye na-efewe n'aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwe n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-etoghị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee eziokwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbagba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-etoghị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again, wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much. And remember, in this channel, we speak up for the people who have been oppressed in the contraption called Nigeria, the Ududuans, the Biafrans, the Middle Beltans, and every other indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria. We speak about their plight. Whatever happens, whenever it happens and where it happens, we'll bring it to your doorstep for you to know what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria, because we do not want the media to change the narrative. The conventional media are already in the pocket of the government, and they are changing the narrative, trying to water down the situation and let people know a false information instead of saying it the way it is. When things are serious, they better believe that it is not serious. You can see the insecurity that's happening in Nigeria. The insecurity is so much that it cannot be underestimated anymore. The northern part of Nigeria, as I speak to you, is in the hand of the terrorists. The terrorists have taken charge of the northern part of Nigeria, and they are occupying spaces. They are occupying space. They have taken charge, and many schools in the northern part of Nigeria have been shut down. More than 6,000 schools. In a section where 6,000 schools are being shut down, how many do you think is remaining? How many? Those that are still open are being kidnapped. Their students are being kidnapped on a daily basis. Many students are still in captivity as we speak now. Nobody to help them. Kidnapped by people who say that they don't want education. And these same people who are kidnapping are people who the government are making case for, telling us that they have repented, that they are coming now to reintegrate into the society, putting some of them into the military and the police. These same people that they told us that are repented are killing the soldiers on a daily basis. Just a few days ago, there was an attack, ambush against the soldiers, and many were killed. The videos are everywhere. I can't share the video for you on YouTube because of the nature of the sensitivity of the video. I can't share it here. This is what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. The terrorists are in charge everywhere. But these people behave as if nothing is going on. They behave as if nothing is wrong. They go about their daily businesses as if nothing is going on. As I speak for you, just a few days ago, in Kaduna State, people were being mowed down. In Kaduna State, no good number of people were being killed. More than 100 people were killed in Kaduna State, and they were given a massive mass burial. When I saw the video, I was so shocked. I can't share the video for you here. These are things that are happening. The videos are everywhere. You can go to other social media, you can see it. I cannot share the video on YouTube because of the gruesomeness of that very video. People were killed. By who? By the terrorists. And these terrorists are no one else but Fulanis. They are Fulanis. That is the difference between us and those of them who are in the conventional media. They will not call them by them. They will say, who are these terrorists? They are known people. The Fulanis, they are the people terrorizing the indigenous tribes in Nigeria, trying to wipe them away and clear them off. Almost all the tribes in Kaduna State, more especially the Christians, have been wiped out, taking over their land and their land renamed to Fulani names. The government is doing anything about it. They don't even want to hear about it. That is where we have found ourselves. The country has become so insecure that there's nothing to write home about it. The insecurity is increasing on a daily basis, right, left, and center. And they are trying everything possible to export this very insecurity to the southern part of Nigeria. That is why the southern part of Nigeria is fighting so hard, asking for self-determination to go their separate ways in order to save themselves for what is about to happen. There's a lot of killing. And when they found out that they cannot be able to penetrate the southern part of Nigeria, they are using the military. Those Boko Haram that they have recruited into the military, they have sent them to the southern part of Nigeria to begin to kill innocent people indiscriminately. That is why you are seeing the killing that is happening in the southern part of Nigeria by the military. Killing people, genocide, committing genocide on a daily basis. When you stand up from the southern part of Nigeria and say you want to fight against the terrorists that want to invade your land, they come after you and kill you. The military themselves will come after you. They make sure they disarm everybody and allow the Fulanis to penetrate to all angles. You see, when the southern governors came together to talk against the open grazing, they came out with all force that they still want. The presidency themselves spoke. The president himself, from presidency, spoke that he still wants the open grazing to go on. He has even constituted a committee to go and retrieve all the grazing routes in 21st century. Talking about grazing route, what does that tell you? They do not mean well for you or anybody. All they want is the death of everybody in that very country called Nigeria. They want to take the country over. And they are not joking about it. Governor Obachi State has spoken about it. El Rufai have posted about it. Yet, people think it's a joke. It is not a joke. They are bent on doing what they want to do. You see, they know that the opportunity they have is the opportunity they have with the imposter in Asorok. And they are fighting so hard to achieve their aim. When you talk about election, they know that the 2023 election cannot hold. It will never hold. And that is why they have started on time to cause confusion everywhere, cause mayhem, cause war. But how are you prepared? You that is from the southern part of Nigeria, how prepared are you? How prepared are you to fight back? Because it is not a joke. It's not a propaganda anymore. It is not a propaganda. When our Sudan Mazinari started this message, 2015, crying and shouting that people should know what to do and how to protect themselves, they thought it was a joke. People laughed at him. Some called him names. But today, everything that our Supreme Mazinari have said have come to pass. This is what is happening before your own very eyes. Everything that he has spoken about is happening before your own very eyes. What are you going to do? How prepared are you to save yourself from this calamity? How prepared are you? It is unfortunate that people go along their daily business as if nothing happened. But to tell you that the insecurity is more serious than I can imagine. There was a video that I saw. Your Minister of Defense, the Minister of Defense, holding an AK-47, protecting himself. That is how insecure Nigeria has become. That your so-called Minister of Defense don't even trust his ADC. Your Minister of Defense don't even trust his own bodyguard. He is securing his own self. The Minister of Defense in Nigeria, guiding his own self. He doesn't trust his ADC. That is how insecure Nigeria is. And you are talking of one Nigeria. You as they are still preaching of one Nigeria. You will preach it in your grave. Continue to speak about it. Many who have been speaking about one Nigeria today are in their grave. Look at your Minister of Defense holding an AK-47 to protect himself. Even when he has ADC, which is bulletproof car, he is not yet confident of himself. He is not satisfied. This is how insecure Nigeria has become. And if you think it is a joke, wake up. It is no joke. It is no joke. The northern part of Nigeria already have been surrendered to the terrorists. And now the southern part of Nigeria is fighting so hard to secure themselves. You can see, after much cry of the masses, the Senate is coming out to beg the government The Senate is coming out to beg the government to proscribe the bandits as terrorists. Even when you and I know that these people are terrorists. And the government say no. Asorok refused to proscribe bandits. The Senate is begging, proscribe these people as terrorists. The Asorok said no. The president refused. What does that tell you? They have one single agenda and they are working for the presidency. These are people who have shot down aircraft, people who have shot down military jets, and yet nobody is coming against them. They are not proscribed. They are begging the president to proscribe them. He refused. Even the Senate that are calling for them to be proscribed, they know fully well that these people have a sponsor, they have a spokesperson. Why can't this same Senate move for the arrest of Gumi? Sheikh Gumi, who has been promoting these bandits, asking the government to give them amnesty, asking the government to recruit the bandits, asking the government not to call them bandits, but call them citizens. What have you done against that Sheikh Gumi? Who is even shunning the media down on calling out these very people? Maybe you have forgotten. I will play the video once again for you to remember.
Sheikh, you seem to approach this with a sense that these bandits are victims. Exactly why? And what are their demands really? What do they really want? Because in spite of your negotiations, attacks continue.
Attacks have lessened. It's just one case you have of the Kagara boys. Without it, there is a drastic change. We have seen absolute drastic change in Zamfara, in Sokoto State, where negotiations are going. So you don't take sporadic cases and just, explode it. Even the Maiduguri incident here I don't think it's a big threat because the military has surrounded the town. There is no more continuous bombardment. It's just sporadic attacks. Shouldn't frighten people. I think the military should be on top of the situation. But yet, negotiations are very useful in seeing that we get these boys or youth to get sense into their head and just admonish them and show them the fear of God. And it also works.
Okay, so in terms of what they want, what exactly did they say to you will make them surrender their weapons? Because no matter how you look at it, they're criminals.
You see, you are emphasizing on criminality. I don't know who, even the press are criminals too, because they are putting fire into, they're putting oil into fire. These people are listening to you. You see, you don't address them as criminals if you want them to succumb. Youth are ready to put down their weapons. Now they're hearing you are calling them criminals. How do you want them to cooperate? So you have to show them they are Nigerians and that they should not hurt children and that they should be law-abiding, they should be good. This is the language we want to hear the press to assist us in getting the voice. You see, when we talk with them with a nice wordings, they are ready to put their weapons down. They are ready to listen to us.
This is a man making a case for the bandits. Today he's working freely, even working with security. The federal government gave him security that is protecting him. The Senate is calling for that same bandit to be proscribed. And the spokesperson, Gumi, is free, working with security. What does that tell you? Lies. Everything in Nigeria you are saying, they are all lies. At 61, how do you think they will change? At 61, they cannot change. Instead, they will be more evil than they have ever been. They will begin to derive more new means on how to subjugate the people and destroy the people. That is what they will continue to do. You better wake up. If you do not wake up, it will be too late before you wake up. The time for you to wake up and do the right thing is now. As for the disintegration of this very evil contraption called Nigeria, it cannot do you well. It will only kill you. The more you continue to support it, the more it prepares to kill you, the more you lose your life. The only thing to do, the only sensible thing to do in that contraption called Nigeria is to ask for the breakup of that very contraption so that people can be safe. Break it up to save life. May Chukwu Kabiam continue to bless our children as much as they can. Who has laid a strong foundation for us to be safe in the southeastern part of Nigeria? Who has woken up every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria? If you don't wake up, it is your own business. It is at your own expense. If you decide to give up your life, that is your business. But for the Biafrans, the Oduduwans and some Midubetans, they are not ready to give up their life and will fight until the last man standing. They can never take an inch of our land. Before I go, I will remind you of the messages of Asuna Bazanikam so that you can go back and watch it. Watch this message from beginning to the end. You might learn a lot of lessons. You might learn lesson that will keep you alive. Let us listen to Asuna Bazanikam, His Excellency.
The Fulanis we are talking, they call them the Funa movement. Our attention has been drawn to a decree credited to one Rotimi Akeredolu, asking Fulani people who have occupied some forests in Ondo State to quit. We are also aware of another incident in Oyo State where an illiterate political talk gave quit notice to Fulani people to leave their territories, which are now their irreversible homes. Are you listening? Fulani are now saying that Yoruba forest is now their irreversible homes. They have now occupied Yoruba land in perpetuity. And I want to let my Yoruba friends understand this. You see, in life, anytime you support evil, evil will come back to haunt you. All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafra movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? There is nothing more precious in life than freedom. Freedom is very important. And I need you to understand this very morning. Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, I will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. As soldiers of Kadu did that Lord Banta. They've taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them are proof to us that you are stood. Give us land in Olo. Hope of them will give them land in Olo. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer a misery. But see, they come down to the south. They tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you're one Nigerian. That was why Obi was talking rubbish. Was talking yesterday or 2 days ago. Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never, ever be objective in their reportage. Never, ever, ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you are from Yoruba. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president in 2023. Ask yourself, all of them that have been president from time immemorial, what benefit has it brought to you as a human being? Absolutely nothing. So you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. You look at them now, how they have now descended on Yoruba people, asking them to concede, give us your forest, we must graze, we must do this, we must do that. And slowly, before your eyes, they are giving in, they are capitulating, they are allowing them to go, if you don't give it to us, Tinubu will not be president in 2023. Tinubu won't be the president. That's what I'm saying to you. And foolishly, you will agree and hand over your land to them. And once they take your land over from you, look at Hausa. Because there is a saying where we come from. If you want to know what your life is going to become in the future, look at Hausa people. If you want to understand, appreciate, I will say, the life that you are about to bequeath to your children and grandchildren, look at Hausa people. Is there any Hausa governor today? Is there any Hausa emir? Is there land though? Katsina is Hausa land. Kanu is Hausa land. Sokoto is Hausa land. The Hausa people own it, indigenous to those areas. I'm asking you this question. Is there any Hausa man who is an emir in the north? The answer is no. Something is going to happen to you. If you don't rise up now to break, I'm not even asking people to break this rule. Demand for what rightfully belongs to you, your freedom. The freedom to decide. The freedom to write a constitution if you prefer. The freedom to live with whoever you want to live with. That is what we're asking for. But most people misunderstood what we are saying. And today, almost everything we have said about the zoo has come to pass. Everything we have told you, everything I told you has come to pass, hasn't it? Everything. And some people are still questioning and arguing. They said, Fulani will resist by all means necessary, including armed resistance, any attempt to forcefully eject them from the forest. Yoruba, you must ask yourself this question. When we were pursuing them from Ebonyi, why didn't they say something about ESN or Nnamdi Kanu? Why? Have you asked yourself that question? Because they know we are prepared to die to defend our land. They understand that very well. That is the only language the Fulani understand. You cannot say to Fulani, oh, let us have a Fulani president, and after that all will be well. Never, ever, ever. They will continue to expand. They will continue to identify idiots in your midst, traitors, saboteurs in your midst. They will promise them heaven and earth. They will give them anything they ask for in order to ensure that they get into you, they subjugate you. Look at Yoruba and the Ilorin. Yoruba, how did you lose a Ilorin? You lost a Ilorin because somebody thought or felt that by aligning himself with what he felt was a superior Fulani force, he can defeat his own people. Afonja, what happened? As a result of that miscalculation, the great Yoruba race lost a Ilorin to Fulani Caliphate. That is why in a Ilorin you have an emir of a Ilorin, not an Oba of a Ilorin, answerable to Sokoto. That is where Lai Muhammad comes from. You can see them. Sokoto slaves in Yoruba land. When I say that, it's not religion. It has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with the mentality of a conquered people. Now they have left the Ilorin, having taken a Ilorin and taken it to Sokoto. They now want to come into Oyo. They want to come into Ondo. Once they take over all those places, it's over for the Yoruba race. Over for you. No, never again will anybody rise a man of honor or integrity in Yoruba land. Never ever. It will only be their stooge. Look at what's happening in the East. Only Fulani stooges can now emerge in the East. It took them very many years, nearly 50 years, to accomplish this very simple task of making sure that everybody, be it Ohanese, be it Pandef, be it governor, anybody you're bringing out must come to the north to swear allegiance to the caliphate. All of them, bar none. Is there any political godfather in the East? There is none. They all go to the north to go and swear allegiance to the Janjaweed. That is why our life is in a mess. That is why they can bring somebody like Obiozo and make him the Ohanese President General. In front of our eyes, in front of Korokoro. And what did they bribed? They gave money to BBC. They gave money to all Zoo newspapers. They started to trumpet Obiozo, Apex Group, Apex. You saw them holding their meeting under a canopy. A ton without shame. A whole Ohanese. Under sand, ton canopy. Maybe you saw it disgraceful and shameful. Talking rubbish. The man looks like a Janjaweed anyway. Talking nonsense. These are people they have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant doing Babi Allah somewhere in Zaria. That is the future that awaits you. Now, our people must understand this very clearly, especially my Yoruba brothers and sisters. It is about time you stop supporting evil. That evil is in Asorok. That evil is a gang of reprobates calling themselves presidency. The more you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not...
After hearing from Wasina Mazinamkana, I must tell you, he is my source of strength, my source of energy. May Chukwu Kakabiama continue to guide and protect him. May Chukwu Kakabiama continue to strengthen him, continue to give him good health wherever he is, and bring him back to us very soon. We know that our Wasina Mazinamkana is coming back in full force. He is coming back with the flag of Biafra. If you are shaking about his release, he will definitely be released. Nothing, no man born of a woman can stop him from being released. He is coming out in full force, stronger than ever. Thank you so much for watching, wherever you're watching from, and remember, bye-bye. See you again on the next video.